sign into YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a thumbs up. Now enjoy CineTalk with the one and only CineBros.
What's up, Cinemaniacs? We're back with episode number 20, and this is CineTalk with the CineBros. And what we do here is the CineBros get together and we talk movies. All right, so we're going to move on real quick and real fast to show you my co-host who is back, finally back.
It's been a long time.
Sir Chadwick Davis.
We were just talking about that earlier. It's been a long time.
Yes.
We had two different songs going at the same time there, but...
It was okay.
Yeah.
And then I said something foolish, but it's okay. You don't need to let everybody else know that foolishness.
Well, they know already.
I'm ridiculous. All right, so what we're going to do today is we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff like we always do. We have a lot of news that's happened over just the last week or so. Yeah. We have Hulk news. Bond says some crazy bullshit, in the media recently. We're actually going to talk about Sicario and stuff like that. We'll do that during the break. Yep. And some more stuff like Star Wars and Disney stuff and Wes Anderson. He's really excited about that. And Coen brother, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Just great, lot of broad spectrum here.
Heavy show today. Heavy show.
We're gonna rip through it as quick as possible, keeping the show under 2 hours. And hopefully it'll be starting to get closer to that 90-minute mark. Yeah. So that would be good for me, for editing it at least. All right, so we're gonna start off, and we're gonna be doing Sir Chadwick's.
Wow.
Fuck, marry, kill.
I'm excited.
Yeah, Chad gets to finally do the fuck, marry, kill.
I'm excited here.
FMK. Hashtag FMK.
Yeah, make that trending right there.
So what is we're going to do your three favorite movies? Are you going to go with three favorite, or are you going to go a different genre?
No, I'm going three favorite movies.
All right.
My thought process was this. Now, obviously, The Godfather, I think, is one of the best movies ever made. Is it one of my favorite movies? No.
Right.
I'm going to go by... My reasoning behind this is I'm going to go to the movies that I've seen the most and I can rewatch the most.
Okay.
And that's
so
how
they could be guilty movie pleasures almost?
Maybe, yeah, but I think these three movies are pretty well received. I mean, yeah, I think they're pretty well received. So maybe one might be one of those movies that are a little weird, but
okay.
I mean, number one, no matter what, I would think is Lion King. It has to be
Lion King.
Yeah,
I wish I had that drop.
Yeah. It's got to be one of my favorite movies of all time. It's so hard for me to say favorite movie of all time, just because there's so many different genres. And best animated movie of all time, Lion King.
All right.
Now, everybody knows me. Remember the Titans is probably my favorite movie of all time. Just plain old straight up movie. I've seen it about 100 times. I can quote the movie. We actually, I think our test run, we actually talked about.
I think we did talk about it.
Yeah, we talked about it with our movies that we love to watch or whatever. So that's number two.
Excellent.
And number three, this is a tough one for me. But if I'm just going basically off movies that I've seen the most, and this is going to be the whacked out one. Woody Harrelson's in it. It's got to be Kingpin.
Oh, I was like, are you going to go Natural Born Killer?
No. It was in all honesty, it was in between Kingpin and Clockwork Orange. Because I've probably seen Clockwork Orange 10 times.
So long.
I might be the only person that's ever seen that probly 10 times. Because it's a pretty whacked out movie.
Well, I haven't seen it in such a long time.
Yeah,
I think I own it.
Movie.
I own it.
I own it, yeah.
And I just haven't seen it in probably a dozen years.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to go with those three.
All right.
Because I've literally seen those movies
Lion King, Remember the Titans, and Kingpin.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's very different kind of... three kind of movies, but
so what are you gonna do here? If we're gonna go right in order, chronological. Right. The fuck, marry, and kill.
All right.
So what are you gonna have your guilty movie weekend with?
Just the 1 week. I didn't want to go in this order, but I will.
I can't believe you didn't pick anything by Anna Kendrick.
Well, I mean, yeah, Pitch Perfect has got to be up there too. If I had the top 5, Pitch Perfect would probably be up there. Yeah. But it's more recent than the other movies, so I haven't seen it as much as these other movies.
Are you sure?
I've seen it quite a few times, but I'm telling you right now, Remember the Titans I've seen 100 times.
Oh, wow.
Literally 100 times. So And Lion King, I mean, I've seen it probably 100 times too. So, and I just watched Kingpin the other day, so it's just like fresh in my mind. And
Bill Murray's
you know, I was a big time bowler, so that was like one of the two only bowling movies out there.
What's the other one?
I would have to say The Big Lebowski is kind of bowling.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of.
Yeah, I had a lot of bowling in it. But all right, so it's just one weekend. Man, this is tough. Just one weekend. I would have to go with Kingpin.
Kingpin for a weekend.
Yeah.
So now, I know this is going to be really tough for you. Is which one you're going to kill off? I mean, that's because you're going to marry one. I'm going to skip Mary because Mary's just it's whatever. It's nice. It's good. It's forever.
So you're going to get a thrill off.
I want you to.
Yeah,
I want you to actually break into some sweat and actually have to kill one off.
All right, this is good. This is so hard. Remember the Titans.
You're gonna kill it off?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because
Denzel. He's gonna have that Denzel tear.
Just for the fact that I know that movie by heart, and if I ever get to the feeling that I need to watch the movie but I can't, I can just call my buddy Chris Hall up and we can reenact it. So like,
that's what you need to do. You need to videotape that.
Yeah, that would be a good.
We'll put it up on the YouTube channel.
We could probably do like nobody likes watching the movie with us because we say
you ruin it for everybody.
Yeah, we say it before it even happens. So. Yeah, man, I hate killing off Remember the Titans.
I can't believe you killed it off.
It's just so implanted in my head that
That's crazy.
I know it, So.
All right,
now we're gonna go with you. So
we're gonna go with me. So I'm actually going in an opposite direction as you. I'm going to when I'm gonna fuck. I'm gonna have that weekend. I'm gonna have Lion King.
Lion King. Yeah.
I want Lion King in there as that nice weekend where I get to watch.
You and Simba
a
alone.
Lion die.
And Simba alone.
And then I get to see Scar be evil. And, it even gets me a little amped up for the, the Batman vs. Superman movie.
Yeah.
Because, Scar is now Alfred.
Yeah.
But, so I'm going to kill. The movie I'm going to kill off is Remember the Titans. And I am going to marry Kingpin because it is such a funny movie. The problem is, the biggest problem with it is marrying Kingpin is that I have a feeling if I watch that a bazillion times, I'm gonna get annoyed after a while because some of the humor is just like really kind of gross. Yeah. And then you have
the old lady.
The old lady is just so nasty, so gross. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. It's a really funny movie, so incredibly funny. And
what's your favorite quote from that movie? Can you remember or?
Off the top of my head, I can't because it's been such a long time since I've seen it. I probably haven't seen it in probably 5 years. No, probably not that long, but it's been a while.
My favorite quote from the movie is when he shows up to the Amish country place and the next morning they're leaving to go work on the houses and stuff. Yeah. And they're like, well, brother, Hezekiah is not here. Maybe he took off. And next thing you know, he comes walking in with a bucket. He goes, it took a while to get her started this morning, but I finally got her done. And he goes, we don't have any cows. We have a bull.
Oh.
He goes, I'm going to go brush my teeth real quick.
That's that kind of humor right there. That's, whoo.
Yeah. All right, so we went totally opposite in that way.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Any surprises by my top 3 movies, or? I mean, I think Kingpin was probably a surprise.
Kingpin was a surprise. I mean, after you talking about bowling, because I know that you loved to bowl. Yeah, so
I used to. Yeah.
That makes sense. But I'm surprised like The Big Lebowski didn't get in there.
No.
I know that's a movie that
I've only seen it 3 times, maybe twice.
The Big Lebowski.
Yeah, I own it, but it's like one of those movies where I loved. But the rewatchability on it, I think, is a little less for me.
Right.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my favorite movies, but when I'm talking like fuck, marry, kill, I wanted to make it tough for myself, and getting rid of one of those movies, any of those 3 movies would be tough for me. Like, so.
All right, so we're going to move on.
New.
Yes, we're moving on quick here. 4 minutes a topic. Yes. And quick. The first one up that we're going to talk about is the box office recap. I did a little. I actually didn't have the time last week to do an actual recorded version of my my box office forecast last week. I will read them real quick. I'm gonna pull them up and then I'll read it out real quick to see how well I actually didn't do. I think I got 3 out of 5 this week, but I'm not sure. Internet is killing us. Whose studio is this?
This is a mess right now.
All right. So my picks for this last week were The Martian at 39.5 million, Hotel Transylvania 2 at 21, Pan at 17.5, Sicario at 7.9, and The Walk at 7.5. And I know The Walk didn't make it.
No.
I know Sicario was in there, but I think that finished at number 5.
5, yeah.
So I think I got 3 out of 5 this week.
Missed the intern.
Yeah, I understand. It's got that romantic comedy flair to it, like that. It's how it's kind of shot, and it's kind of got that happy-go-lucky kind of. Sometimes you're going to be a little sad, but for overall, it's going to be kind of funny and cheery and just kind of relatively unbelievable.
What, the intern?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't, man.
I mean,
I saw it. It was great.
I know, and that's what I think. But romantic comedies are relatively unbelievable. Like, you're not going to have somebody chase like in When Harry Met Sally. They're not going to like have a relationship like that. When you have Sleepless in Seattle, somebody's not that kid is not going to travel all over from Seattle to New York to try and track down Meg. I mean, I would. Yeah. I would love to track down Meg, especially back then. But it's just the story, the way that they're told. I think it's told in kind of that romantic comedy storytelling, but it's more of a friendship than it is romantic comedy.
Well, they're not romantic with each other at all.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was not that much romantic stuff in it.
It's not romance. It's like it's instead of being romance, it's more friendship.
It's just I would actually
it's like a friend com. I don't know.
It's like it wouldn't be a coming of age comedy because like he's already of age.
Yeah, it's like One Foot in the Ground comedy.
I'm gonna let you know right now that it was a good movie.
Yeah,
it was actually a legit good movie.
It actually just recently crossed into the the Rotten Tomatoes fresh side. Because it was in that 55 range for a while, and I think it just broke 60.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
And I've heard a lot of good things about it. Me and my wife wanted to go see it, but we ended up getting a little too tipsy one day and had to take an Uber back home. So,
thank God for Uber.
Yes, Uber is amazing. I love Uber.
We need to get them as a sponsorship.
In Clinton, we found an Uber.
Yeah, they're everywhere now.
Oh my gosh.
Gales Ferry has them. I seen 2 in Gales Ferry the other day.
Uber, man. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
And it was cheap too. If I took a cab, it would have cost me probably twice as much.
It's similarly priced. When we went down to we were down in Atlantic City, and we compared the prices, and they were pretty similar. It's just Uber is so much more convenient.
And you can see them,
Yeah.
They're almost here.
Yeah. A lot more friendlier and.
It was nice. It was very convenient.
Yeah.
But so the other one that I'm kind of shocked about is Pan. I mean, I have heard a lot of people not liking the movie. I actually heard an interview recently with what's his face? The writer of the movie. I think it's something Fuchs, I think his last name is. And he was saying how he wrote this movie. It's been his passion project forever. He's a young guy too. I think he's like right around 30 years old. And it's his passion project. He loved Peter Pan growing up, and he just had so many questions about before Peter Pan, before this whole universe. I really liked his description of it. It was more of like, this is like the way that the story's told is you're seeing this through a child's imagination. Yeah. Like that's how the movie is being brought to you, which I think if a lot of people went and saw it with that mindset, I think you might have had better reviews come out. But I think that because you just went in there and it's kind of chaotic and whatever, I also don't think that the director really got his vision across as best he wanted to. And it is what it is. But I really liked the way that he talked about it. So which originally I was really excited to see it. Then all these negative reviews came out and I was kind of like, shit, now I don't want to see it. And then I heard him talk about it. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I kind of want to see it because I want to see it through because I always talk about my son and his imaginary play that he does in the yard and stuff like that. It's like, oh, I remember that so well. I wish I could still just go in the yard and think like all this stuff is happening. And I was like, but you just, as you get older, people just beat you down. Like, you're not allowed to use your imagination.
Yeah, no.
You know, fuck your brain.
Yeah.
Like, so it's one of those things that I think is really cool. And I would like to go see that, to see kind of how a child's imagination plays out on the big screen. I think it would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I do want to see it still, but I don't know. We'll see.
I had one friend that she said she really liked it.
Who?
She,
Do I know
my
her?
friend Kristen.
Oh, okay.
She enjoyed it a lot. She's another movie lover, and
Yeah.
she said she absolutely loved it. But I've also heard a lot of people say they didn't.
Yeah,
like it,
I mean,
so.
the reviews are terrible.
Yeah,
It's at
you
like
like
20%. I did like Hook. I mean,
See, Hook had bad reviews.
it wasn't quite as bad as this.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like in the 20%.
Yeah,
Rotten
real
Tomatoes,
low.
Where my brother, he loves the actual Peter Pan movie, which I have not seen.
The original,
No, not the animated movie. One came out probably about 10, 12 years ago or something like that.
I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, you don't know
Nah.
anything about it. He was texting me about it, and like he's like, I haven't seen anything about Peter Pan. I was like, well, this is kind of more of a prequel, so maybe it would be good to go see first. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't go see it. I went and saw Sicario instead. I was fixing stuff.
Well, that was a quick little. We had to fix a light, so we're back.
Now I can't see.
We're back, and Chad can't see, and
God.
that's all right. No big deal.
I don't need to see. The only thing I want to say about the weekend box office is Steve Jobs. It did very well, 130,000
Per screen.
per screen.
How many screens was it on?
4.
Yeah, it
two
wasn't on
two
very
in
many.
LA and 2 in New York. It opens up this week. Are you going to see it?
Yeah, I want to see that bad.
Yeah,
I actually just found out that I'm going to see Bridge of Spies tonight,
Yeah.
so I'm excited about that.
That should be pretty good.
I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, I just saw like a bunch of one of the marketing things, but it's, you know, when they market movies, it's just they always pick like the number one, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, this movie by this guy in his basement, the CineBros said that this movie was amazing.
That would be cool.
Holy crap! Wait, we gotta say like a really crappy movie is amazing.
Yeah.
So then we can get that.
So out of the 4 movies coming out this weekend, which one are you most excited about?
I don't even know what's
The
coming out.
4
this
top
week.
movies.
Which ones
Well,
are
the
coming
4
out?
top movies are The Bridge of Spy, The Bridge of Spy,
Yeah.
Crimson Peak, Goosebumps, and there's a movie called Woodlawn. It's a drama.
Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
Because that's getting.
Well,
that's going to be wide
that's-
release.
yeah,
this
that's
week,
a
right?
wide release.
How many screens is it going to?
60.
That's it.
Yeah.
Man,
It'll
get probably jump up again.
yeah.
Maybe
It'll
the
be
week after.
the next weekend. It will be
So if it's just out of those,
out of the 4
movies,
that are getting released.
that's it'd be Bridge of Spies.
Yeah.
Goosebumps would be kind of second. Brian went and saw Goosebumps last night.
You like it?
He loved it.
I'm gonna love that too.
He gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
8.5.
It looks awesome. It looks like it might be Jack Black's best movie.
I don't know. School of Rock is really good.
School of Rock is really good.
It's
yeah,
really
that's true,
good.
yeah.
That's going to be tough to beat, but and he wasn't really all that great in King Kong, but it was a really good movie. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic, and the next topic is a new rumor suggests that Mark Ruffalo will appear as Bruce Banner / Hulk in Thor Ragnarok. The report comes out from JoBlo out of New York Comic Con, citing inside sources. The report states that Thor, facing Ragnarok itself, will team up with the Green Goliath. While it's unclear what the ratio of Banner and to Hulk screen time will be, Hulk is said to be featured prominently as part of the supporting cast. The rumor also states that a third planet, in addition to Asgard and Earth, will factor into the film's plot. This is almost certainly going to lead people to assume, again, that Marvel's going to get setting us up for Planet Hulk. Okay, what are your thoughts on this rumor and the percentage that this rumor is in fact legit? All right. So what do you think?
Everything you just said right there is foreign to me.
You've watched some of the Marvel movies now.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the like the Thors or the
Avengers.
the Avengers or anything. Yeah, I mean, I've seen like Ant-Man and Guardians of the Galaxy but none of these ones that have had the Hulk in it yet. So
Wow.
I don't really have any.
The first Avenger movie has one of the greatest, like, just... What was that?
That was just my phone vibrating.
Oh. Jeez.
Just the vibrating phone.
The Hulk has one of the greatest just quick scenes in the movie. Like it's towards the end, Hulk and Loki. It's amazing. That is just
That was the
a
first
brilliant
Avengers you
scene.
said?
Yeah, a brilliant scene. The theater like erupted with laughter. Erupted.
Yeah.
It's just so great. That he just has a couple of different spots in there. He has a little scene with Thor in the Avengers, and it's just really funny and cool. But initially, when I was kind of reading about this, I was like, more Hulk? Like, are you? Yeah. Please. Because one of my favorite Marvel movies is The Incredible Hulk with Ed Norton. I thought that movie was brilliantly done. I thought they actually had Abomination, who was the like main antagonist, was an actual villain to be reckoned with.
Yeah.
Like this wasn't just some kind of like, la-di-da throwaway villain like they just have come to do time and time again.
Yeah.
This is actually a legit villain that actually put up a serious fight. And this was like a legit fight between two Goliaths.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really, really well done. So I'm really excited for this. And especially when they start talking about him on other planets.
Yep.
Everybody's mind's going to go to Planet Hulk. And Planet Hulk is where he essentially gets to an island and he is like used as kind of like almost a gladiator type where he fights and for entertainment. Well, he gets sick of that and he ends up taking over the whole planet. Well, he eventually, because he got sent there by the Avengers, and then eventually he comes back to kick the shit out of like Earth.
So he's against the
pissed off.
Avengers?
He's pissed off because they sent him to like another planet. He was like a ticking time bomb.
Oh,
almost.
okay.
Like he could just destroy.
understand
Like
that, yeah.
they sent him there, like kind of. I can't remember exactly how it went down. I want to say like they drugged him, put him in a ship, and sent him to outer space.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, and they were like because they just after he like did a lot of damage to some areas and stuff like that. So they went to space and he woke up and he's kind of like, what the fuck, and goes fucking crazy.
I'm Team Hulk now.
I like Hulk. Hulk is
I'm Team
great.
Hulk.
But so I'm
messed
really
up.
I'm really really excited about this. I do think I don't think it's 100% that this is true, but I'm very close. I'm like 95%. I think that's how much of a chance that Hulk is going to be a secondary character in this movie, because that's where Marvel has kind of used him mostly. They kind of use him as that secondary character, even in the Avengers movies. Like he's just kind of a good fill-in. Whereas the original Hulk movie with Edward Norton didn't do that great overall box office totals.
Yeah.
It's kind of like their one fail, if you want to say.
I've
I
heard
don't know
that.
if it failed,
Yeah.
but it definitely didn't make a lot of money. And I think that's why they've kind of kept shying away. But I think Hulk has built up such like a powerhouse of a name, especially in that universe, that's the person that people want to see.
Yeah.
So I would like to see it. I would love to see it. I mean, the only thing is like then I start thinking about like how could this work? Could it work? Do I actually like the idea of them trying out a Planet Hulk? Like yes, but then you're talking like so much CG because it's just an alien race, and I don't know how it would play out, but I want to see it. I want to see it play out so bad. So, all right, we're going to move on to the next topic. Hopefully, Chad, because this one's not as foreign to Chad. The next topic is I-09 caught up with Vin Diesel, the Diesel, who is on the publicity's trail stumping for his upcoming fantasy adventure, The Last Witch Hunter. And he handed out the identity of the director who will take over the saga of the Xander Cage. He said, I'm excited as hell about XXX. DJ Caruso is directing it. This is exciting. The big question is now is which will race to production first now that F. Gary Gray is on for Furious 8. Will XXX race to production first, or will Fast and Furious 8 race to production first? Thoughts on this new news and Vin Diesel's chaotic social media marketing? Do you think he's an idiot or kind of a genius? I'll start off with you, Chad. I know you're a big
That's a mouthful right there.
I know you're a big Vin Diesel fan, so I'll start
I'm not
off
a big
with you.
Vin Diesel fan.
You like Vin Diesel.
I like him in Fast and Furious,
Yeah,
all
you
the
do.
movies. Yeah,
That's like his
I like the
main-
knockaround guys. I like some of his movies, but he's not a great actor. I mean, let's be honest here.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, if you want an actor in a movie and you want him to promote, this guy knows how to promote. I mean,
He does.
He's always out there promoting, and he's not gonna badmouth your movie. I mean, he loves every movie that he's in,
Yes.
so he's gonna be out there promoting his movie, and he's doing his job on that end. I mean, a lot of these actors don't like promoting their movies. And as of recently, we've got a lot of actors that have actually badmouthed their movies. So I don't know. I can't call him a genius.
Why not? But he looks so smart.
But he knows how to do his job, and he knows how to get that information out there and get people excited. And I mean, as far as XXX and Furious 8 go,
which one do you think is going to go first?
They need to come out with another Furious 8 while it's still kind of...
Do you think that them waiting on XXX is... the longer they wait, the less chance that'll be successful?
I don't think it's going to be successful at all. I mean, no matter when it comes out, I think they're better off. I think better off getting out a Furious 8 movie, and while it's still fresh in everybody's mind.
Right.
And obviously Furious 7 did really well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, XXX movies, I don't think they were that great. But I don't know, man. Like, I mean, he's not an idiot. He's not a genius. He's somewhere in between. Shout out to Vin Diesel.
Not an idiot, not a genius. Just somewhere in between. You're pretty much the normal person.
You're a normal person with big muscles that
Very
can just
big
squeeze my
yeah,
head.
people saying that he wasn't. He was looking like he wasn't hitting the gym recently.
He proved that wrong.
He proved that wrong.
No dad bod there.
I mean, I think that he's an idiot, but he's also a genius. Like, I think it's both.
Yeah.
I think that his mass marketing I can absolutely see him playing like another like MCU hero, because I know that that's another thing that he's really trying to pine toward. I could actually absolutely see him doing that.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's a great actor. So I think he would be a good secondary character.
Yeah, he couldn't have his own.
He kind of leads those Furious movies, and I think he does not a very good job at it. I think like the other characters, some of the other characters like The Rock and Jason Statham, even I can't remember Luke Evans, is that what his name is?
Paul
Who
Walker.
was the one before that? Paul Walker.
I think he was a good actor.
Yeah, I mean,
in the
rest
Furious
in peace
movie.
and all, but
he's a lot better than Vin Diesel. I can tell you that.
He is better than Vin Diesel. I mean, Vin Diesel has one tone, and that works for some movies like The Pitch Black, and I'm sure it'll work well in the last.
Was the
Witch
other
Hunter,
Riddick, right? Riddick Chronicles.
Riddick, yeah, and all that. That was kind of like the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that as far as DJ Caruso, he's a good actor, and I mean a good director and all. I can't even say he's a good director. He's done a couple of good things. As far as F. Gary Gray, I mean, F. Gary Gray is a top-notch director. I mean, he's done stuff like Italian Job, and I think he did did he do The Negotiator, or he might have wrote that? He directed your movie, Be Cool.
Yep. Be Cool, yeah.
You like that one a lot. But like Law Abiding Citizen, Straight Outta Compton, he obviously did. And, those movies are... Law Abiding Citizen isn't well received, but I think it's like an underrated... I really kind of... I enjoyed that movie. I know that Brian really likes that movie because he's a big Gerard Butler fan. So the fact that F. Gary Gray is doing a Furious 8 movie brings me back to saying, like, yes, I'm happy about this. DJ Caruso doing a XXX movie, yeah, I mean, like, I think it'd be smarter for XXX to wait until after Furious 8 comes out, especially if that's very well received. I don't think it's going to do the 1.5 billion that the last one did, but I think if it does that $800 million mark, which it'll probably get to, maybe just around that 800 to a billion, I think that then you come out with XXX and you ride that wave of Vin Diesel's last movie. Yeah. It's just a matter of if that will be good or not. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm just looking up DJ Caruso's films.
Yeah.
And
not that impressive.
He did I Am Number 4, which was okay at best. I did like Eagle Eye a lot with him and Shia LaBeouf that did that. I liked that movie a lot. I thought that was really entertaining. I thought it was really well done. But as far as it doesn't really matter. Yeah. I mean, Two for the Money was okay.
I like that.
It was semi-entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, doesn't excite me at all.
Gary
But when
Gray,
you say F. Gary Gray,
Yeah.
that's exciting because he's done a lot of good work.
He's just coming off Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah.
Friday. He did all those. He did a lot of urban movies, right?
He does, but he did Italian Job. I mean, that's an amazing heist movie. Like, that's really, really well done. Even if he only wrote The Negotiator, that's still a brilliant story. I mean, the movie's, or I don't know if he was a producer on it or whatever, but I know that he was involved. All right, so we're going to move on to the next topic, and the next topic is big news in the Marvel Studio universe. Marvel and Disney announced they are moving ahead with sequel Ant-Man and the Wasp, which will hit theaters July 6, 2018. The date previously reserved for Black Panther. Black Panther will now open earlier, which is on February 16th, 2018. The Ant-Man sequel also means that Captain Marvel is being pushed back from November 2nd, 2018 to March 8th, 2019, 2 months before Avengers Infinity Part 2. And 3 untitled Marvel titles have been dated for 2020. What are your thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp and the shuffling of the movie release dates? Sir Chadwick, we're going to go quick on this one, 3 minutes.
These numbers, man, these dates, and
do you think
they go a little overboard with these things? I mean,
sometimes.
Yeah,
sometimes I think they do, especially because obviously they've just shown that nothing's locked in stone.
Yeah.
Like one of the, they've been talking about the Inhumans, and some people have been kind of doing some whispers like, maybe they're going to scrap the Inhumans.
Yeah,
Marvel came out and said, no, we're doing the Inhumans. But I don't believe them. Yeah. I just don't believe them.
It almost feels like they're just throwing these numbers out sometimes. Like, they're like, yeah, March 19th. That sounds like a good day. Yeah, but that's a Tuesday. Oh, I don't know. We're going to release it on a Tuesday. Yeah.
It's a Tuesday. We got the theater blowing up.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like you said, you can't ever trust Marvel and Disney on these numbers, man. Like, and shuffling them around and everything. You're going to expect that. I mean,
yeah.
It's just there's gonna be problems in making some of these movies, and actors might not be able to be available at that time, or it's just shuffling around. But I am very happy about an Ant-Man and Wasp sequel, though. Yeah.
Do you think that they like in their meetings and they're like kind of, all right, we're gonna do this movie, but what about this one? Man, who wants to vote to push it back? Who wants to vote to push it up? Like, what the hell? I mean, like, we're not going to really do that movie, so we'll just push it back to 2020.
We're going to throw it out there, though, and make people excited about it, and release it on a Tuesday, quote unquote. But yeah, we're not going to do that anyway.
So, I mean, for me, the best thing that came out about this was Black Panther's getting moved up, and it's going to be closer, because I have been wanting to see. That's like the one Marvel character that I've wanted to see the most.
Yep.
Is Black Panther.
Yeah.
I liked the Ant-Man movie. I thought it was funny. I love heist type movies, and this was a heist type movie. And it was good. I mean, I didn't think it was great. I mean, it had some of the best after credit scenes.
Yeah.
Out of any of the Marvel movies, I thought those were great.
Yeah.
But as far as like Captain Marvel getting pushed back, I mean, as it is, Marvel's been under such heat for not giving a movie to a powerful woman. Like, they just kind of use them as side characters, and so they've been getting and now they're pushing this movie back even further. Like, come on, dude. You guys are it's like they don't even care. All right, we're going to move on to the next topic, and that is another series that somebody here has not checked out at all, really. And that is the Bond series with Spectre a little over a month from release. Speculation has already started to build about whether or not Daniel Craig will return to play James Bond again in the 25th installment of the series. You haven't seen one of them.
Yeah, I'm 0 for 25. That's not a good batting percentage.
No, that's terrible. That's terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't even make single A.
This is what Daniel Craig says, all right? He said, "Now, I'd rather break this glass and slash my wrists," Craig tells the Time Out in London, when asked about returning for another Bond movie. "Not at the moment, not at all. That's fine. I'm over it at the moment. We're done. All I want to do is move on." Your thoughts on his comments, and if you think he will return as Bond again. I'll let you go, because I mean, you had some very opinionated answers as far as, if the Bond was to be Idris Elba. You didn't think that just was Bond. So what do you think? Do you think it's time, after 3 movies, do you think it's time for him to call it quits with his comments? Do you think that I think he's just a grumpy man. Like, He looks like a grumpy man.
I mean, these movies do really well in the theater, and
They've been doing better.
I think he would be kind of dumb not to do another one because outside of the Bond movies, I mean, has Daniel Craig really done anything that's like
He has.
great? I mean, great. I'm not talking like, all right, that was an all right movie.
Well,
I mean,
he was in The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo.
And that was a good movie, yeah. But for some reason, I seen that movie, and his it just doesn't pop out, as his performance doesn't pop out for me.
Right.
In that movie.
It's the Mara girl.
Yeah, exactly.
Rooney Mara, is that what her name is?
I'm just not a big fan of Daniel Craig. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like his face. I hate his face. He just seems like he's a grumpy man. Like, I mean, he got hurt, yeah, and they say that's why he's saying this crap. Yeah, because he got hurt, and he said he was.
Well, he wants to hurt himself a lot more than what he did. Slash my wrist. Jesus.
I don't know, man. I think after these comments, I don't think the studio or the production crew, like, or whoever makes these movies, they need to find somebody else.
Well, I mean, as far as like,
he's pretty much bashing the movie. Like,
he's not. I mean, he's bashing.
He's not bashing the movie.
He's bashed the character.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. He's actually gone on record and said like, playing James Bond sucks. Yeah. Like his character, you're usually like when you're in these movies, your appearance isn't what you're trying to portray. He's like, this is like the total opposite. Like you go in this big fight and then you get up and you fix your cufflinks. He's like, he's like, that's so stupid. He's like, I hate it. It's just like, you can't, like, what are you doing? Like, I think he's trying to get his way out because I mean he's not my favorite Bond by any shape, way, or form. I mean, I think I've been pretty on record as that. I think that the movies that he's been in are good, but not because of him. I think that if you had somebody else like a Henry Cavill or something like that playing Bond, I think they could have been taken to even a higher level of being awesome. Because I just don't see him as a suave. I don't see him as attractive.
Yeah, I don't see him
as that kind of character. Like, you know, Idris Elba is an attractive man. I feel like he could be suave. You know, I think you have Henry Cavill is an attractive guy, and he's obviously proven from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. that he can be suave. Yep. So, I mean, like, characters like that, I think that it would enhance the movie, your movie experience and the movie itself. Now, the other little catch here is that Sony also loses their rights to the Bond franchise. They can rebuy, they can re-up. Yep. And it's likely that they will. I mean, this is one of their most successful franchises of all time. But if they do lose him, changes could be made. Yeah. You know, they could say, you know, see you later, Daniel Craig. Like, we don't want to deal with you if you're going to be all grumpy all the time. Yeah. Like, see you later. Or they could force Daniel Craig to come back and say, screw you, you're playing it again. But the problem is, he's the biggest reason why we haven't gotten another Girl with a Dragon Tattoo. Yeah. Because they asked, because the first movie didn't do as well. So they asked all the players that were involved to take a little bit of a pay cut to do the second one so they can make another one. Yeah. And he refuses. Everybody else is on board except for him. Yeah. He refused to do another Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. And that's one of the main reasons why. Him. Yeah, they could. I think they should if he's being that. But technically, when it comes to the Bond franchise, it's out of his hands. Yeah. I mean, he can be a dick. Yeah. Which I think he might be. Yeah.
You think?
When it comes to this, but because he did halt the process with the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. You know, I'm just not a big fan of his in general, just because a lot of the stuff that he says and does, like, I enjoy his movies. I enjoyed the Bond movies that he's been in, but this, I don't know.
Like I said, I just don't like him.
Not a fan.
Not a fan of him at all.
Not a fan.
I could do without Daniel Craig.
Fan.
I would I could see Judd Law because I just saw Spy.
Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched like up until like the last 25 minutes of it or 20 minutes of it.
So funny.
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Yeah. I could see him as Bond.
Cut your dick off and stick it with your forehead and make you a limp dick unicorn.
I could see him as Bond though. No, am I wrong or am I right?
Yeah, he could be Bond. I mean,
he just had that suave, like,
he is.
Really,
he needs to get a little bulkier. Yeah. I think they need somebody that's a little more physically intimidating since they went for like Pierce Brosnan, and that didn't really work out that well. It wasn't Pierce Brosnan's fault. It was more like the direction and the stories. But it seems like they've gotten their stories right and they've gotten the direction right now. It's just you have.
He's a little bit younger too. I mean, Daniel Craig's 93 years old. I mean, he
I think
looks
he's 47.
He looks 93.
He does look on the older
looks like
side.
a grumpy old grandfather.
He's in his late 40s, but I mean, Jude Law is probably in his early 40s,
Yeah,
right?
he looks
43-ish. But he does look.
He
good.
does.
Actually, the fight scenes in Spy, that first scene, was actually pretty good.
Yeah, me and my roommate were really surprised.
It was a comedy, but I mean, it was good. It was pretty.
It was part comedy, part actual
action. Yeah,
action movie. It was a big surprise for me. I liked it.
It was good. I said that's my surprise hit comedy of the year.
Yeah,
I've texted people.
I think everybody knows that now.
Did you watch the unrated one?
I don't know if it was the unrated one or not. I just watched.
Did you see when she was looking at her camera, looking at the guy's camera?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was unrated. It was unrated. That wasn't in the theaters?
I don't know. I only saw that part. I'm assuming a lot of that because it was like one after another after another. I was like, holy shit, dude. This is, I guess I'm watching the unrated version.
Yeah, that was definitely in this version that I watched.
So, it was like, it had to be. It had to be. Because that was, but when she flips that switch in that movie, holy shit, so funny.
Yeah.
So funny. All right, we're going to move on to the next segment here. And the next segment is...
In or out of the movie trailer park.
That's the button.
That's the button. All right. So, and this is where we talk about some of the trailers over the that come out like last week or so. We haven't gotten a lot of big thumping trailers out there recently, but we found a couple that I thought are pretty interesting. Yeah. And we're even going to talk about one of the fans' choice. That's kind of Chad brought it up on Facebook, and it seemed like it had a few people wanting for us to talk about it. So
a couple people actually text me and asked me because I do my little reviews on the my Facebook, just written out ones. Yeah, and they're like, you should write something up about that. And I'm like, maybe I should save it for the podcast. Maybe Shane will talk about it.
You should post some of those on the CineBros page.
I should. Yeah.
You should copy and paste.
Little short little reviews. Nothing.
Whatever.
Big.
You just got to make sure you attach your name. Brian wrote a little quick review for, what was it? It was one, The Martian, maybe? Yeah, he wrote a quick review for The Martian. I posted it on Facebook, on the Facebook page, and it had his name in there, Brian, And then I did my review on YouTube, and Daniel Hernandez, Sir Trolls a lot,
our favorite troll,
Sir Trolls a lot. He comes on there and he sees he's like, that doesn't line up with your written review at all. I'm like, first of all, my name's Shane, his name is Brian, and he was like, oh okay.
we gotta get that one movie where we all see maybe together and all do 3 separate reviews. And post them all together and just see how much, like short reviews, like write them all up, like short reviews and post them all together and just see how they line up with each other.
Yeah. All right.
I bet they're a lot different.
They probably
I know Brian could write though, so that's my problem.
Brian is a wordsmith.
Yeah, I'm not a wordsmith, so like mine's more like
it was good.
Yeah, it was really good. Mine's like the Vin Diesel of the Vin Diesel of reviews. We're just like
that
the
movie
Rambo.
Wasn't good. It was family.
It's like the Rambo of
that was like a Trump Vin Diesel.
The movie was good.
Oh shit! All right, so this is where we just kind of go over some of the trailers that we saw, and we tell you if we're in or out based off of these trailers. About going to see it in the theater or whatever. First one up is Chad's trailer, Bone Tomahawk. Bone Tomahawk. This is like a horror / horror western. And the quick synopsis is, four men set out in the Wild West to rescue a group of captives from a cannibalistic cave dwellers. Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty intense. I didn't really get that from, maybe I didn't listen close enough to the words that were being said in the trailer. But I didn't really get that from the trailer.
At the end you did.
Well, yeah, but I wouldn't expect that to be a cave, like a cannibalistic cave dweller.
The guy that put
I know, but I didn't think he was cannibalistic. It doesn't tell me that.
Well, yeah, that's true. Synopsis, Okay, yeah. You didn't see him eating him or anything, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the
Green Inferno,
which they showed that clip and, he fucking pops the eye out. Like,
well, I don't think, because I think this is a more mainstream kind of movie. Yeah. I think for a trailer, because that scene that you saw was just a cut from the movie. It wasn't a trailer.
Right.
So you might get this in this movie. We don't know. I mean, we haven't seen anything but this trailer. So seeing this trailer alone, I'm all in. It's like a Tombstone meets the Green Inferno. It's looks like it's gonna be a badass Western at the beginning, and it does look like a badass Western. We haven't got a good Western since Slow West, maybe, and that was pretty good.
How long ago was that?
Like a year ago, 2 years ago.
With Michael Fassbender?
Yeah,
Is that the one with him?
It was decent. It was a decent Western, but we haven't got a really, really, really good Western in a while. So this looks like it's going to be a pretty damn good Western at the beginning, and then just turn crazy at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I love Kurt Russell. I think he's born to play a Western.
They got so many good good actors in this movie too. Patrick Wilson. Does he do a bad movie? I think 2 of his recent movies were pretty bad. I can't remember. It's not.
I can't say that he doesn't do it bad, but he usually does a good job in his movies. He's got that creepy vibe to him too. He's just kind of like got that. I don't know. I feel like he's like just one of those guys that is a little on the creep side, but like Matthew Fox is also another good one.
Richard Jenkins, the dad from Step Brothers.
Yeah, I mean it's good, and the whole thing. It does look like it's going to be a good movie.
Yeah.
If I was going to say if I'm in or out, I'm going to say I'm possibly in. I am a little on the fence just due to the fact that it seems like I don't know how you're going to make this Western fit and then all of a sudden take the turn into going into what we saw at the very end, that last clip, which was terrifying looking.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, does Kurt Russell die right there? I mean, it almost looks like he might have gotten that thing shoved into the back of his head and died, but you can't really tell. So it's kind of one of those things that. But I'm in. I think it looks interesting. I'm intrigued. So I'm in on the Bone Tomahawk. I mean, I'm sure that you are.
The weekend this comes out around here, it's probably going to get a limited release at first.
Yeah.
The weekend, whatever movie theater it comes within like an hour driving distance, I will be going to this movie and seeing this movie. Huh? Yes, I am.
Are you more in for this or Hateful Eight?
Oh, the Hateful Eight by far. I mean, by far.
Yeah.
But this one looks good too. This will get me ready for the Hateful Eight, I think. Just because I think it's gonna be a good Western. But I think it's gonna take that turn towards the end where I like that genre of movie too. So I love the Green Inferno. I like people eating people, I guess, but but I don't think this is gonna be as bad as Green Inferno.
I love that scene where in the trailer where he's standing there and he's like I'm friendly. Yeah. And he's like I'm a friend, and he goes and the guy was like boom 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 boom. And he's like not of ours.
Yeah. Like, if you're gonna question my morality or whatever, he's like you can do that later.
He's like you had no grounds. He's like you're gonna question my morality.
It looks like the 4 guys are gonna have good chemistry too. Like it just looks like a good movie. I mean. I wish I could drag you to the movie theater and see it with me, but
I won't drive a very long distance.
Not even ride. If I came and picked you up, and
I would go see it. If it's somewhere close, relatively close, within like 30 minutes or so.
I think it might. I think somewhere like Westbrook. We're not going to get into local theaters right now.
Why not?
But one of the local theaters might pick it up.
I hope. I mean, you got to figure out. I mean, there's.
Waterford
7 to 10 to 15 screens in all these theaters around.
Lisbon might.
Picking it up.
Lisbon might.
I don't think you'll get it at Madison. I don't think they'll pick up that.
No,
they don't do those. I think it might be a little too dark.
Yeah, a little too dark. Yeah.
All right, so my trailer, the one that I picked is I was doing a couple of Looney Tunes characters. I was doing Muppets characters before, but now I'm doing Looney Tunes. All right, so my trailer was Hail Caesar, which is the Coen brothers.
Yep.
Who have done great movies like, The Big Lebowski. The synopsis is a Hollywood fixer in the 1950s works to keep the studio's stars in line. Now, the actual trailer gives you much more than this. For me, it did. I mean, for me, it gave me a lot more. I like this trailer. I didn't really care for George Clooney's character in the movie. He kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I was kind of like, I don't want to see him play like another version of that Oh Brother Where Art Thou, which the Coen brothers directed. And I don't want to see a similar character to that again. But this seemed like he was even dumber. And I don't know. I want to see... I don't want to see somebody like him. I can't picture him. I've seen him too many times on TV and on the big screen where he's a very smart man.
Yeah.
I don't really buy him as a goofy weirdo, or like just a dumb person. I just don't buy it when he's on the screen. You can put as many fake teeth in or whatever you want to put on, but he did a great job in Oh Brother Where Art Thou, but that was kind of before he became like this huge like superstar that he is now. And so I mean that his vibe kind of made me want to sell, like, be out on this a little bit. But the movie looks like it could be fun, funny, smart, and kind of a fun ride. I don't know if it's one of those movies that I'll run out to go see in the theater, but I do think I would like to see it based off of the trailer. It's one of those movies that I'm on the fence, but I'm more in than I'm out. What about you?
With the Coen brothers like attached to it and the actors that are going to be in it, I looked at it before I watched the trailer, and I was like, man, I'm going to be all in. Yeah. And then I watched the trailer, and I'm like, I don't know, like, it does not look like it's up my alley. Yeah. I want to say I'm on the fence, but I think I'm on the other side of the fence, like kind of running away right now.
Yeah,
like,
you're kind of like creeping back over.
This might be one of those Coen brothers movies that I just don't watch. I mean, I guess I'm going to have to wait for some reviews on this one just to see. I don't know. Maybe another trailer.
I was actually going to tell you, like, one of the westerns that has come out in the last several years that I really liked was True Grit.
Yeah, True Grit.
They did that. That was amazing. They're really good with, the dialogue and everything like that. And it's just usually really fun. And this one I didn't get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see George Clooney with that dialogue. Like, I don't want to see him being an idiot, So I'm hoping when I get to see the actual movie, or if they come out with another quick trailer, like a teaser or something like that, that we get a little bit more from Clooney.
I mean, he's like 6 build on IMDb.
Is he really?
So like maybe they're just using him as a decoy right now.
Yeah, just a little bait.
I mean, you can't really go by IMDb sometimes, but they got like Channing Tatum as number 1.
Channing?
Yeah, Tatum Channing as number 2, and Scarlett Johansson is number 1. So
Channing Tatum is.
He looks like he's gonna have a very funny role in this movie.
He is a good comedic actor.
Yeah,
that is as far as I've gotten. Like, he is not a great actor by any way, shape, or form. But
he does that comedy well.
He does. He's pretty good. I think that he'll be funny in this movie.
Yeah.
So
That very last scene where upside down, he's just like.
That should be good. All right, we're gonna move on to the next one, the next trailer. I don't know if this is gonna be coming to any theaters.
Not anytime soon. But with this trailer, they might actually try to put this movie together. Because there's been a lot of people saying this should be a movie. This should be a movie. This is a Kickstarter right here.
Yeah. And what movie we are talking about is Handjob Cabin. That's the fan choice. Handjob Cabin. If you haven't seen it, you can go on YouTube.
You have to watch it.
It is absolutely ridiculous.
Literally.
Yeah.
Dick.
Oh my god. There is no synopsis for it. It's just like a funny horror movie.
Your typical horror for teenagers or for young adults.
The leading terrifying horror person gives dry hand jobs.
She won't even use lotion. She's making us suffer.
I did laugh really hard when she's doing that to one of the guys, and he's like leaning back and he's spitting on himself.
Best spit scene. And won the award. It said right at the beginning.
Oh man, I just. This movie is so ridiculous. The only thing that I did sell about this, or that I'm out on, is Owen Benjamin. I never really care for him on any kind of screen other than his comedy. Like when he does stand up, he's funny. When he's on the screen in the movies and TV, I don't find him funny. I feel like he's almost forcing stuff. And it just doesn't.
He's not a great actor.
It doesn't translate well. But everybody else, like that girl in the end, like, I could do this better myself.
She's like, I don't even have a dick. And all of a sudden you see it come up.
Oh my gosh.
Right at the beginning, they walk into the cabin and they go to the medicine cabinet, and then they're like, oh man, boner pills.
Yeah. Like, that's something to be really excited about when you get there. Yay, Viagra!
One girl, three
Yeah,
guys. Yes, powder pills. And then the guy that comes in, like
Owen Benjamin, right?
yeah, Owen Benjamin, like he comes in and he's just like, yeah, usually people like hand jobs or something like that. And then he goes, but with her, you die.
He's like, you don't die, but you die on the inside.
You die on the inside.
Nobody likes over the pants hand jobs. And her calloused and dry hands, all this kind of stuff. It's just like
I laughed the whole time. I thought it was great.
It
was a good spoof. It was
a good spoof. I think that is something that you could possibly see on like VOD at some point in time.
There was a lot of people saying
you could make an hour and 10-minute movie or something like that.
Definitely
something short.
You could. Yeah.
You don't have to get into too crazy. Just make a short little movie and go to it.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
It would be cheap and it'll make some money.
It could.
Yeah.
It could. All right, so we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be doing a little. We got a couple more things that we're gonna talk about, like Wes Anderson. Yeah, he's got some interesting news that's coming out relatively soon.
Yep.
The Expendables. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Expendables. Yeah. Expendables. Bryan Cranston and MCU.
Bryan Cranston?
Nope, not the MCU. That's what I thought it was originally.
Is there one person out there that doesn't like Bryan Cranston? I mean, isn't he the most beloved guy right now?
He's done some great work. So I don't know.
I've never heard anybody ever say anything bad about that guy. Nothing.
He's good. He's good at what he does. He's a good actor. I can't wait to see Trumbo. We got some more Disney movies, more Disney stuff to talk about, this time on the live action side.
Live
action. And then of course, we'll get into, the whole random rants and reviews.
I get some random rants.
Maybe do some Forgive Me for Sayings. I don't know. I haven't really thought of anything yet. But
Me neither. But
maybe. You never know.
I'll come up with something.
Some shit gets said in random rants and rave reviews. And that is no longer only movie related. We can venture out from time to time. So... yeah, we'll be doing a little bit more. All right, so we will be coming back very soon with our 30-second thoughts.
After our word from our sponsors.
Oh, yes, our sponsors, which are us. All right, we'll see you guys in a few seconds. What's up, Cinemaniacs? We're here with the movie Sicario. I didn't have the chance to watch it when it first came out, but I am here now to tell you, and this is going to be giving you my rating for the movie Sicario. And we're going to be doing this under 5 minutes. And why did I say we? Because we also have someone here by the name Sir Chadwick.
Hello.
Sir Chadwick is here, and he's going to be giving his input on the movie as well. So we are going to be talking about Sicario, this movie where Sicario means, in Mexican, it means hitman. Let's talk about it a little bit. What did you think? How did you, I know your rating for it is going to be a little lower than mine, but we're not going to get into that yet. We'll talk about that at the end.
Yeah.
What did you like about this movie? That's a deep breath.
It is. I mean, because I can't really pick out, I like Del Toro. I thought he was good in it.
Yeah.
Besides that, I don't think, I didn't find the acting that great in it.
Okay.
Emily Blunt was all right. There wasn't too much that I saw that was great about this movie. I'm not saying it was terrible, but there was nothing great about this movie.
Nothing great at all.
I don't think so. No.
I sent a little text to Brian, and I said it was like deep, dark, suspenseful, kept you on the edge of your seat, like all those kind of like key words. It was a very good movie, and it kind of kept you, I don't know, it was also disturbing,
it was very disturbing.
There were scenes in this that were like,
it was an eye-opener.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like, I wonder if this happens. Like, is this legit? Like, did they have like some kind of unknown sources come in and give you some ideas of what's going on in these movies? Because I thought that Emily Blunt, I thought she did a very good job. I didn't think that she was great. I don't think this is her best performance, but I did think she did a very good job. And they do have, towards the end of this movie, they have a little kind of a flip the script. It's not like, I don't know, like a Sixth Sense kind of like totally mind fuck, at the end. Yep. It's more of, one of those things that you're kind of like, oh, wait, wait a second, what? So this story wasn't really about that. It was more about this. Like, and so you kind of get a little confused towards the end. I know that sign's a little vague, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. And I think that, like you said, Benicio del Toro is going to he might even get some Academy love for this. I think that there's a good chance that he's going to get an Oscar nomination for supporting character. And I also think that Josh Brolin did an amazing job in this. I really liked him. This is probably the most that I've liked him in a movie since True Grit. I really loved him in this. I thought he did an amazing job. He was just kind of like this aloof kind of character who, was wearing flip-flops at one point in time, kind of like a goofy personality almost, but like he is totally fucked up in the head. Yeah. Like the things that he just kind of sat there and smiled and was kind of like, and like he just has no problem falling asleep like that. There is something wrong with that guy in the head. But Benicio del Toro, I think, did a really good job. I actually think that Josh Brolin did a better job than Benicio. I thought Benicio was more one tone. He showed a little flip at one point, him in a conversation with Emily Blunt, but for the most part, I thought that he was kind of one tone, and it got a little dull, but definitely ramped up towards the end. Overall, I thought the cinematography for this movie was brilliant. I thought that the direction for the movie was pretty good. I don't think it was the greatest. There were times that I was kind of like, what time is it?
That was my problem.
A couple of times that I thought I was a little bored.
Yeah. That was my problem. I was bored. I thought the movie was pretty laid out in front of you. I didn't think there was any like big twists or.
It wasn't a big twist, but just the way that it ended, it left you more of like it was more about one character's movie than it was when you originally stepped into the movie theater. Like, I don't want to get into many spoilers. If you don't want to hear any spoilers, just stop listening for like 30 seconds. Yeah. It starts off, you think this is Emily Blunt's movie. And at the end, you figure out that it's not. It's Benicio del Toro's movie. So
I kind of figured that out at the beginning, though.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really, because he didn't really have a big role. Like, I mean, he was in it.
At the see, I don't want to get into spoilers or anything, but at the beginning, I kind of got a feeling that at the end of the movie, it was going to be about him. That's the feeling I got. And just by one little conversation he had, and that kind of ticked me off a little bit. Yeah. Like, that in my head, that I knew it was maybe going to be more about him than Emily Blunt, but.
Yeah. Okay. Spoiler alert, over.
Yeah.
So this movie for me, I thought that it was very well done. I thought that it's going to be another one of those movies that I probably won't watch many times. I might see one more time. If it's on like HBO or something like that, I might stumble across it. And if it's like just started or something like that, watch the whole movie. Because it was very disturbing, very dark.
Yeah, there was
the story, one of those things that I wrote to Brian originally was deep. And then after I got to think about it more, I don't think the story had a lot of depth. No. I think it was kind of giving you all this information, and it kept you in the movie most of the time. There was a couple of times, like I said, that I was kind of like, like this movie seems like it's a little bit longer than it should be, but they did a really good job. I liked the little flip at the end, and for the most part, I will rate this movie. But what did you rate this movie?
I gave it a 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5, which is like a 6 out of 10. For me, I would rate this movie an 8 out of 10. I did like it. It's not a movie that I will go back. I thought all the performances were good. I thought the direction was good, but not good enough to really push it to that next level. An 8 out of 10. I think that's a solid rating. Definitely higher than yours, but you kind of saw the movie kind of play out in your mind.
And plus, I had an annoying old person next to me.
That's always the worst. In the middle of this movie, it's like everybody's getting sabotaged. In the middle of this movie, somebody starts drilling on the outside into like the cinder block, and it's making that like noise. One of the guys gets up, walks out, and then comes back in, and the noise had stopped. he was out there like, we can hear every little turn that your drill gun is making in the theater. And at the beginning, some guy right behind me was like, I'm like, oh no.
This guy must have yawned 100 times during the whole movie, right? He was sitting with his wife.
They were older couple.
He was probably 70 in that range. And he's sitting there and yawning the whole time. Ugh. And talking to his wife the whole time about how beautiful she was and stuff while this movie's going on, right? Yeah. And she's like telling him to shut up.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, no spoiler at all, but at the very last scene, he's laughing. He laughed at the very last scene. Like, he was literally laughing. And the girl next to me was like, is he effing serious right now? It was no laughing involved in that last scene.
No, that was not a funny movie whatsoever.
And
it wasn't even one of those that you're kind of like so overcome by what happened that all you can do is laugh because you're kind of like almost uncomfortable or like you were so mind twisted that you're like, oh my God, I can't believe that was. No, this wasn't that. This was kind of like you left the theater and, you know, you felt kind of gross. Like at the end of the movie, it was. I
went to a late showing. I like.
It's like after being on a plane for a while, you know, you get off and you're kind of like, I need a shower, you know, kind of deal.
I like going to the late movies because I like going to the movie theaters when there's not a lot of people there. Like in a movie like this, and it was. I literally got the last seat.
Wow.
And I was very disappointed, and it may have affected my experience a little bit.
Yeah.
But my only thing I'm gonna say right now is if you're old and you go into the movie theaters late, take a nap, do something. I mean, come on.
Or if the movie's that boring, just leave.
I think his wife was into the movie though, and he was just. I don't know what was wrong with the guy.
Was it our buddy from Nyack?
No, it wasn't Sir Chomps-a-Lot. Sir Yawns-a-Lot. No, it wasn't that guy. That was a bigger guy, and he was probably in the 40-year-old range. But
all right, so that's our review. He gives it a 6 out of 10, 3.5 out of 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5.
I give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's one of those movies that you should check out. Don't rush to go see it, but if you're looking for something kind of dark and, you know, gritty and
I say Redbox. Yeah, that's my rate. That's mine.
I would say you can go see it, especially if you get it at a matinee or something like that. You know, I think it's worth it. If you haven't already, check out us on YouTube at youtube.com/themoviehousemaniacs. You can click that subscriber button, which is like over there by, you know, right here somewhere, there, like right there. It's right there. Check out there, click it on it, and, you know, subscribe to our channel. You can also see us on Facebook at facebook.com/the CineBros. Hope you enjoyed this review, these reviews from Sir Chadwick and myself. And we will see you guys at the movies again soon. What's up, everybody? We're back from our break, our quick little break. We did a little Sicario review. You guys will be able to find that in this little break, obviously. You might even be able to find it on Facebook, facebook.com/the CineBros. Very, very all over the place.
Or Google. You can Google it, I guess.
I'm sure you could probably Google it.
You can Google us anytime you want.
Yeah. Google the hell out of us. Sounds dirty.
Google each other all the time.
Whoa. So we're back, and we're going to dive into our little topic here, a little segment called
30-second thoughts.
And this is where we get topics, and we're given 30 seconds to talk about said topic. First topic up is Bryan Cranston has teased us recently that he would like to play a Marvel villain. Everyone, including myself, thought he meant the MCU. Nope. So when he was talking at a panel for Supermansion at the New York Comic Con a couple days ago, the actor revealed the identity of the Marvel bad guy he had his eye on, Mr. Sinister. While he didn't go into detail as to why that was, the crowd reportedly went nuts when he made the suggestion, and it is very easy to understand why they went so nuts. What are your 30-second thoughts on Bryan Cranston playing this villain, this kind of super villain, Mr. Sinister? I'm going to start off with you, even though I'm not really sure you're going to have much to add to this, but I know you like Bryan Cranston, so let's go now.
I'm all in. I want to see him as a villain. He has not proven to me otherwise that he can't be a villain and can't be a villainous villain, as you would say.
A villainous villain.
A villainous villain. He looks like he Breaking Bad, he played like an evil kind of guy sometimes, and he had that evil look to him. And I think he can pull it off. I'd love to see it. And this is in the X-Men movies, right? Would be in the X-Men movies?
Yes.
I think they should get him. Why not?
Excellent.
Everybody loves him.
All right. So for me, I would love to see him as Mr. Sinister. First of all, it's a character that I have wanted to be involved in the X-Men movies for a long time. I think that he's just a badass with crazy powers. Like he can do like telekinesis. He's got superhuman strength. He can shoot like this kind of energy from his hands, and it's just he is got such a cool personality too, and something that I think Bryan Cranston could really bring to life. The dude has like a total like control over his body at a molecular level. I mean, the guy's like bananas insane, and I think it would be a great person to follow up from Apocalypse. So I would love to see it. I would love to see him. I would love to see him as a villain. And yes,
both in.
Yes,
both all in.
Oh yes, please yes. Oh God, yes. All right, so the next topic up is with all the Disney live action movies. This is a Sir Chadwick question here. He threw this out there recently, and
I do have some input.
Yeah, and he said with all the Disney live action movies that are coming out, or that are already in production or in the works, 30-second thoughts on if this is good or bad. And you can even throw in which ones you're looking forward to, or not.
Oh, you go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, why not?
Fine. So I love the idea for most of these live actions. I think that it just depends on how they do them. Like Cinderella, amazing.
Yep.
Maleficent, horrible. Like I don't know. I can't wait for these to come out. Like the Beauty and the Beast, the Genie's movie that's going to come out. That's kind of like the Aladdin prequel. I am really looking forward to all of them. But as long as they stay true to the animated characters, I'm good with it. If they pull away and they try and make a bad guy good, no, I'm out. Like that's the whole reason why we love these movies, because you have somebody to root for, somebody to root against. Like you don't want to get your mind all switched up. I don't like that.
Yeah.
What about you? 30-second thoughts, baby. 30-second thoughts. Go.
I'm all in for all these. I mean, I think they've been doing pretty well. They've been done well. I absolutely loved Cinderella, and Maleficent or whatever it's called. Yeah, it was all right. It wasn't great, but I'm excited to the news that I brought to you that Cruella was gonna get her own. Cruella was gonna get her own adaptation of a live, and it sounds like it might be a prequel. So you kind of get like a feel, why she doesn't like dogs. Like
she fucking hates dogs.
My only thing, they have to cast that correctly. I mean, that's the biggest thing. And they've already done live action 101 Dalmatian movies, so it's gonna be hard to beat Glenn Close.
Glenn Close was, she was there.
The movies weren't great, but she was good.
She was pretty good. She was pretty good.
So I love it.
I mean, like I'm kind of like with you. I mean, I'm a little more hating it. Like if you come out with like a Cinderella type movie, yay! You do the Maleficent, boo!
Yeah.
Like that Maleficent movie left a sour taste in my mouth. I did not want to see one of the evil characters of all time turned. Oh, she might be kind of good. Like I don't want to see that shit. Like just be evil.
Yeah, that's what they got to do with Cruella, because she's one of the most villainous villains in.
And I don't even really want to feel bad for her. Just make her fucking evil. Like it's not like I don't want to. Oh, she had a rough childhood where a dog, sniffed her crotch. Like I like, and that's why she hates dogs. Like I don't want that fucking shit. Just whatever. I just want a serious movie that's fucked
really
up.
Gonna be in the movie. She just happened to like drop peanut butter on her crotch area.
No. Too far. Line crossed. Like way over. That was like a Carl Lewis jump over the line. Holy shit. Whoa.
Just eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Oh. Terrible. All right, so we're going to move on to the next one to get away from the peanut butter incident. The next one...
Hashtag peanut butter incident. Send your pictures in of your best peanut butter incident.
No, do not. I will quit life.
Oh my God.
All right, we're moving on to the next topic. Expendables 4 is apparently gonna get made. Yes, after the PG-13 bomb that was Expendables 3. made a terrible $39.2 million in North America, and then surprised everyone by pulling in $78 million in China. It's no surprise that Expendable 4 has gotten the green light. Thanks to a report from Variety. Thank you, Variety.
Thank you.
This is all great, but what I want to know is, what older action stars do you want to see in the next Expendables movie that already haven't had an experience? If you want to throw somebody out there that might have had an appearance already, but a small appearance, like if you wanted to see Jean-Claude Van Damme or something like that again, sure, whatever, fine. But I want to see some of your people that you want to have out there in 30 seconds or less. Go.
Off the top of my head, maybe Jackie Chan.
Okay, all right.
He may be a good addition to this.
I think that's
a little
good.
older. I've never seen any of them, so I don't have any desire to see any of these movies. I just don't. I'm not into these type of movies like at all. Like
fun action,
corny. No, not fun action. Corny action.
It's fun action.
No, that's not fun. A-Team is fun. That was a fun action movie. This is not a fun action movie. It's like a bunch of 90-year-olds. It's a bunch of 90-year-olds just running around like shooting people and karate chopping people. And wasn't there a UFC guy in one of them? Like
a couple of them.
Was he like, I don't know,
There's
cross-faced chicken winging people or something? I don't know.
There are UFC people in it.
Maybe
yes.
Hulk Hogan? Maybe Hulk Hogan can be in this one?
I don't know. He's going to have to come back from that racist stuff that he had out there.
I'm just trying to think of some old characters that...
There was a thought that he was going to be the villain.
Man?
Yeah, that him and Sly had talked that he would be the villain. Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, who knows?
All right, so my 30. I'm with you. Jackie Chan, definitely. Steven Seagal. I actually made a post about this on Facebook.
He'd fit right in.
I think Pierce Brosnan would be good. I would like to see him in there. Carl Weathers from the Predator movies, Action Jackson, and the one that I really want to see more than anybody is Michael Keaton. And I want to see him as the villain.
I don't want Michael Keaton in this.
I want Michael Keaton as a villain.
Because I will see anything that Michael Keaton's in.
Yes!
And I do not want to see him in this.
Let's get him in.
No.
As the villain. I want to see him as a badass villain.
No.
Yes. I would love that.
Adam Sandler. As a villain.
Gobbledygoo.
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 Just imagine him running up to Sylvester Stallone. Gobbledygoo. Him and Kevin James teaming up in the Expendables 4. I'd watch that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would. All right, next topic up is Wes Anderson's Euro-flavored The Grand Budapest Hotel was his most successful movie to date in every sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It made $174 million worldwide, his biggest financial success. The film was also universally embraced by Hollywood. It became that rare comedy that earned itself 9 Oscar nominations, including Best Picture. It won 4 of them. For his next trick, Anderson is returning to the world of stop motion. And like Fantastic Mr. Fox, it will be centered around animals. But this time, it will be about dogs. Deeper details are being kept under wraps for now, but sources confirmed that the animated project is Anderson's next picture, and that pre-production has begun. What are your 30-second thoughts on the new Wes Anderson news? And I know you're a huge Wes Anderson fan, so we'll let you go.
I cannot wait. I mean, he's got, like Fantastic Mr. Fox, he had incredible actors voicing. This one, he's already brought in Bryan Cranston, Edward Norton, Jeff Goldblum. Yeah. I can't wait. I don't care what it's about. I guess it's going to be about dogs or whatever, because he's had a lot of backlash about how he treats dogs in his movies, and I think he's kind of squashing that whole thing with this movie. Yeah. I can't wait. I mean, Fantastic Mr. Fox did not do well in the movie theater, but it is kind of like a cult following kind of movie, because the people that love it, and the people that hate it. I mean, there's no gray area on that movie, I don't think.
No gray area.
I'm all in, though.
All right. Well, for me, I am going to say that I wasn't a huge fan of Fantastic Mr. Fox. I liked it. I thought it was cute at times. I thought the audio quality was a little rough. I do appreciate the way that they filmed it, where they kind of had people in caves and all this kind of stuff, and had it. But how they did the voice acting. But I thought it was a little And as far as this idea, another stop motion movie, Like, I won't rush out to see it. I would probably watch Fantastic Mr. Fox if I ran into it on TV, and I'd watch it for a little bit, but it's not something that I would search out again. I have the memory of it in my mind, and it was good, and I'm probably in the minority about this.
No.
About being excited for it, but I think something like this movie in particular, I'm just not really excited for. But I'm not in love with all of Wes Anderson's.
I was gonna say
work either. I like some of his stuff. I really like some of his. Like I love the Grand Budapest. I thought it was awesome.
Yep.
But a lot of true diehard Wes Anderson fans hate that movie because it's not really. It's like him trying to be him.
Mm-hmm.
I personally loved it. I thought it was great.
See, I thought it was all right. I didn't think it was his best movie. Have you ever seen Moonrise Kingdom?
No.
Movie was awesome.
Yeah.
Roll of Tenenbaums?
Yes.
I thought that was probably his best movie.
It was good. See, I liked Steve Zissou, the Adventures, Life Aquatic. Mm-hmm. I liked that movie, and that is another movie that was kind of like poorly received.
Rushmore was good.
But I love Bill Murray.
Rushmore was good. I mean, you just got to be a Wes Anderson fan to understand his movies, I think, at times. I mean, they're way out there.
They are.
Yeah.
They are very way out there. I mean, but I do like some of them. There's some of them that I just get a little boring, and it might just be more of like my attitude, during the day, going into it. Kind of have to. It's one of those things you have to kind of mentally prepare yourself for going in. But Grand Budapest, I didn't really have to mentally prepare. I thought it was going to be a Wes Anderson type film. It was, but it was funnier than I laughed in a lot of his movies, which is good. All right. So normally we would go into, but first let me take a selfie. And there were some pictures that came out, but
nothing really to talk about. I think we mentioned them anyway. Vin Diesel came out with a picture. With his
abs. I mean, it was whatever. They were abs.
And we had talked about Bryan Cranston.
There was a cool little Mr. Sinister, fan art, but it seemed a little more on the comic booky side, like animated, but. Yep. Kind of like the same guy, I guess, did the Wolverine as Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy as the Wolverine. Yep. I thought that one was done better. This one was still pretty cool, and I would love to see Bryan Cranston as Mr. Sinister. But so we're going to go into the next segment, and the next segment that we're going to do is random rants and rave reviews. And this is where we talk or rant just about any random thing that's slightly related to movies, or sometimes we don't. Like that card thing that you did the other day. Like the little football things that you did that was a little fun. The other day. That was like a couple episodes ago.
It was like a month ago.
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
Yeah.
But, doing stuff like that from time to time. And then we just kind of more of an open format kind of thing. Let's
be kind of silly.
Let's shoot the shit. Yeah. So what do you have anything that you want to talk about in random rants?
Yeah, I got a couple of things.
Rave reviews. Getting chesty on me here.
What
are you doing? Getting all up in my grill.
The one short thing I would like to talk about is my NFL football team and how bad they suck this year. They are terrible to watch. I watched every single game. We went 0-15 8 years ago or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. Every single game I watched, and I was excited to watch those guys play. Like, the game 15, it was like a Super Bowl to me. I was like, yes, we're going to finally win a game here. I watched it to the very end. This year, I don't even want to watch these guys. That's how bad they are. Like, no desire to watch these guys play. I mean, you text me on Sunday and you piss me off because I get in this mood on Sundays when my team loses. And I just don't want to talk to anybody about how bad they suck because I know they suck. And I don't need somebody like you that is not like the biggest football fan in the world and he's just worried about his fantasy football team to tell me how bad Stafford is and how bad Calvin Johnson is. And
the funny thing about it, the funny thing that I thought is that I didn't even need either one of them to win.
Yeah.
So I was like so far ahead.
Well, I did. And you know what? Stafford disappointed me again in fantasy football. And I dropped him officially. He's done. He's gone. Wow. He's off my roster. Fuck him.
He's got some serious talent too, and I don't know what the hell's going on with him.
It's the team. It's they totally changed the offense. I know exactly what it is. The offense. They're built for quickness, like fast. He has to get rid of that ball fast.
That's not his specialty.
With the new offensive coordinator, he went from the fastest release to the slowest release. And it's totally like it's throwing him off. The team is not built for that, and Caldwell needs to take over. I mean, he needs to the offensive coordinator needs to sit down, shut his mouth, obviously you don't know what the fuck you're doing. Because if a fan or fans, because I'm in Lions forums and stuff, if we know what's going on and you don't, because Stafford is a good quarterback.
Yeah.
He just needs to be in the right scheme, and he's not in the right scheme, and they need to figure that out. And it disappoints me so much.
Well, my Bills are 3-2, so that's good.
Yeah.
I don't know how they won that last game. I hate their quarterback.
That's
Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
He's so bad.
He's a manager. I mean, he's just managed the game, and he's nothing spectacular.
He's terrible.
But he's not terrible. He's not
the game
terrible.
looks too fast for him. Whenever he gets under pressure,
he's young.
He makes so many mistakes.
Yeah, he's young.
I can't stand him. He looks so bad. He has no accuracy with his arm. He's kind of fast.
He's not the worst quarterback
fast.
out there. I don't think you're that bad off with him.
I hate him.
I mean,
I don't like any of our quarterbacks. I would love for Matthew Stafford to come on over to the Bills.
I can't say that I want Tyrod, whatever his name is, Tyrod or whatever.
Tyrod Taylor.
Whatever his name is, I don't want him. But I'm not going to sit there and tell you that he's the worst quarterback in the league, because he's not. And he's probably in the top 25. I would say.
What, 32 teams?
Well, there's probably a couple backups that are better than him.
Yeah. Yes, there are. Matt Castle is probably better than him.
No, Matt Castle is terrible.
I don't know. We'll see. He might be taking over.
He is taking over, I think, and he's terrible, and he's not going to do any better. See, the thing with the Patriots is I'm not going to take anything away from Tom Brady, because I think Tom Brady is one of the best quarterbacks ever to play the game. He is. I don't care. I hate the Patriots. I can't stand. I work for the Patriots, and I can't stand the Patriots.
I'll put that for Kraft.
Right? I work for Robert Kraft. Yes, and Tom Brady is a good quarterback. He would be good in other organizations. Now, he just looks like he's like a really big superstar because of the scheme of their offense. Any quarterback can be put into that mindset, in that set, and they'll good. Matt Castle, awesome quarterback in New England, fucking gonna be great. He get signed to a big contract and everything.
10-5, right?
Go somewhere else. What did he do? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. He is a bad quarterback.
Well, he had one Pro Bowl year. I think he had one Pro Bowl year.
I thought that was with the Patriots.
No, I think he did it with Kansas City. I think his first year at Kansas City.
He stunk up the big. If he got to a
Pro Bowl, he was horrible
I don't
after
know.
that. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember that, but he might have. I don't know. But he's terrible. He's not a good quarterback. I would take probably 32 quarterbacks before him.
Wow. That's bad. Would you take Matthew Stafford?
Yes, I think Matthew. I still think Matthew Stafford is definitely a top 10 quarterback. They need to smarten up on their offense and maybe block a couple of guys for him.
All right.
I mean, he does. The last 2 games he hasn't get sacked, but
he's using you guys as a therapy session right now.
Yeah, I am.
He was really bummed and giving me really one word short answers.
Because you pissed me off. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, I don't need for you to text me to tell me how bad my team is. I know how bad my team is. I watched these guys play the game. I know they're bad.
Well, they're not bad. They're just
they're terrible. I take it back. They're absolutely god-awful.
Calvin Johnson is probably top 3 receivers still in this game.
No, I wouldn't put him right now.
Not right now because he's not. I mean, he's getting triple teamed, so it's kind of tough.
Yeah, but he's still produced. He's always produced, though. He's always been triple teamed. He's always produced. I mean, granted, you got somebody throwing the ball that's throwing it 15 yards, not even close to you. I mean, Matthew Stafford is the best quarterback on the other team that we're playing at this point. I mean, he's bad. Orlovsky didn't look that bad coming in. The ex-UConn superstar that ran out of the end zone that one time.
The only time I ever went to a UConn football game was with Brian, our other bro, other CineBro. He actually invited me to go, and I actually went to a UConn football game, and Dan Orlovsky was the quarterback. And
he was good in college.
That was a long time ago.
He was good in college. I mean, UConn's not a big powerhouse, NCAA team, but
he's had a pretty long career in the NFL. I mean,
he's a good backup. I mean, and he did good coming into the game. He threw for over 200 yards. He threw 1 interception. But
I was so mad when they took Matthew Stafford out.
Well, how do you think I feel? Because he's on my
football team. I have my fantasy football team.
Me too. I mean, it's just man. But that's my end of the rant on football.
Okay, well, I want to bring it back. Bringing it back to movies here because we recently had like this huge aberration happen. Chad actually watched a Star Wars movie.
Oh my God.
He had his
Good
first
Lord.
introduction to Star Wars. And
Hell
he
has
watched
frozen
A
over.
New Hope. And when you finally get into the prequels and stuff like that, we can talk about some of like the information that came out recently about Michael B. Jordan possibly being rumored to be Boba Fett. A lot of people I posted on there, sure. Why? I was like on Facebook, I'm like, sure, why not? And everybody's like, no, he doesn't look anything like the guy, the kid in the prequels. He doesn't this and that. And I'm like, relax. He doesn't have to look. I actually posted under because Brandon made a post on there and he was like, because he doesn't look anything like this. He posted the kid. I was like, maybe where he lives there's a lot of sun.
Possibility.
He got a nice tan.
Maybe they got 2 sons or 4 sons around that.
He lives on Tatooine. Gets lots of sun.
Who knows, It could be a possibility.
So how was your experience?
Loved it.
How was New Hope?
Loved it. I'm glad I watched it.
I'm surprised that you didn't dive right in again to the next one.
No, I need a break. Listen. It was very overwhelming. All right, because going into this movie, like I knew the basics behind the movies, but I don't know like where stuff happens in the movies and stuff. Like,
well, you don't need to. This is how we all originally got introduced to it.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, I know certain things are gonna be happening, so like I kind of got an idea of like I already know. Spoiler alert! I already know Vader is his dad. Like,
right.
And it doesn't happen until later on. I don't know which one it happens in, but I know it happens later on.
Yep.
So, I mean, I love the movie.
What'd you give it? You gave it a rating out of 5. What'd you say? 4.5?
I gave it 4.5. Yeah.
4.5 out of 5.
Yeah. I liked it a lot. I mean, I helped that I watched it in Blu-ray probably because it didn't.
Did you get some of the? Did you have the? I'm assuming that because you bought it recently, it was one of the recent cuts with the extra animation CG thrown in. Like you'll see some stuff in the background that like isn't really in, like it was that stuff looked bad to me. But
I've never seen the original.
Yeah, you've never seen the original.
I wouldn't know if they added whatever to it
you
anyway.
You can kind of tell.
But the biggest surprise for me, and it's gonna sound probably dumb to like Star Wars guys, but I didn't realize like the C3PO, how fucking like how much of a wise ass he is. Like, I thought they were just like these cool little robots that just like kind of were friends and kind of got along, chummed along and everything. He's like cutting this guy down the whole time. I actually felt bad for the little guy. Like, this guy, man, like he's a jerk. He is a jerk. He's an asshole. I don't like him.
You don't like C-3PO?
No, he's a jerk.
R2-D2 is the best.
No, he's like the coolest, like cutest little thing, and this guy's like cutting him
like
down.
C-3PO is like cutting him down, and like all those beep, beep, beep,
Yeah.
like he's like shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's like
dickhead."
fuck you fucking gold piece of shit or whatever that he's made out of.
You golden turd, you golden walking turd.
He saw shit out the other day.
Oh man.
But no, I liked it. I mean, the first one I was excited about seeing some, lightsaber fights.
Yeah.
The one, and I didn't think it was that great. I mean, I'm hoping they get better as the time goes on.
The older ones, the lightsaber battles were just okay.
And the laser shooting scenes were kind of corny, but I could see how in '77 they would probably look cool.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, but they look really corny now.
Yeah.
But I still enjoyed it. I mean, the only thing I couldn't get out of my head was I wanted to see Rick Moranis like just pick up the helmet, dude. Like that's just in my head, dude. It's implanted because I've seen that movie so many times.
Speaking of Rick Moranis, the reports that came out, he's not retired. Did you read all that?
Yeah, I think
he's like, I want to change it on the Wikipedia page. I just don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
I think that was cool. I mean, it kind of sucks. That
They said that he's not retired, but he kind of is just because of his family. Like he just wanted to spend more time with his family. I mean,
but the main reason why he kind of started getting away from it is because his wife died in the late '90s. She passed away due to, I think it was breast cancer or something like that, and he wanted to it kind of worked out well for him to he's like, do I want to raise my kids or do I have somebody else do it? It's like, I can keep working or I can go and raise my kids. Like he's like, so he just went back and started raising his kids. But over the time, he's done like some voice work and stuff like that. I think he even did like a movie in the last 10 years or so. But he's just been very picky, and he said he will always be very picky, which it's great. I mean, I'm glad to hear that. I think that seeing this article works out well because we got some interesting news from Mel Brooks in the last 6 months or so, saying that he would like to do a prequel, or he would like to do a spoof of another spoof of Star Wars with Spaceballs 2. Yeah. And I think that works out really well because he could come back as Dark Helmet again. Yeah. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to see anybody else as Dark Helmet.
No, you can't. So. I mean, you obviously don't have Barf because he passed away, but and it sucks because John Candy's amazing. But you have all the other actors; they're all available, they're all ready to go.
Yeah,
so I'm sure they would love to do another movie. And who doesn't want that paycheck?
And just think of the actors that they could get for new, like to newly put in it because of the new episodes and stuff that have come out. I'm sure he wants to spoof the three latest prequels, ones and the new one that's coming out probably. So
he might.
So I mean, I don't know what characters are in all the movies or whatever, but they'd have to obviously bring in new characters for Spaceballs.
Yeah, they would definitely.
Those characters probably aren't in the prequels, are they? Or they're a lot younger.
You know what would be hilarious is if one of two actors played Mace Windu. Who Mace Windu is Samuel L. Jackson, and they can get two people to play Mace Windu if they brought him into the Spaceballs universe. One would be Samuel Jackson. I would love to have him playing.
Yeah, that would and he would be all for that.
Yes, yeah. I would love to see that. And the other person would be Chris Rock. I would love to see Chris Rock, just dropping F-bombs and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck? Do you know who I am? I got the only one with a purple fucking lightsaber. I would love to see that. Those two guys would be phenomenal in that movie. I would love to see that. Like having Samuel Jackson playing himself in the spoof.
That would be
kind of funny. I don't wonder if he'd be allowed to do that. But that would be hilarious if he could get him to do that. Because he could just be a totally different, kind of, off the cuff, like more of his usual on-screen performances where he drops a lot of F-bombs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Motherfucker!
That would be pretty fun. Yeah.
So those are the two guys that I would like to see playing that role. But anything else for Random Rants? You going to talk about rave reviews?
I mean, nothing really. I mean, I just really wanted to get the Lions thing out, and my second one was Star Wars. I mean, we already covered it. So
yeah. All right, so we'll wrap up the show. I mean, we got a couple of things that we're doing new. We moved all of our pod.
That's definitely not me.
You know what that is? It's my alarm for something. Do you know who that is? What this is, though?
It's Star Wars. It's the end of the podcast.
This is Man of Steel. Not Man of Steel, but Superman.
Oh.
Ding. This is actually what I wake up to every morning.
Sounds like something might be in Star Wars.
Same guy, John Williams.
Oh, there you go.
So what we're doing now, I'll just have this in the background.
Yeah.
What we're doing now is all of our audio only podcasts goes to SoundCloud.
Yep.
So good. I love that. All right, so like I said, all of our audio stuff is going over to SoundCloud. You can find that there. At the CineBros, I think I think that's what I used. And we will. It might be that. No, actually, I think I did the Movie House Maniacs because YouTube. Yep. So either way, you'll find it if you just go in CineTalk. If you type it in, you'll find it on SoundCloud. Yep. All of our audio versions are on there now. This will be on there as well, and we are going to be. And you can download them as well. So if you wanted to, because of the podcast, you can download them. Now you'll be able to download them from there, or you can just listen to them as you go. We also will have some of our reviews and stuff like that will be on there. And I'm going to start trying to put more audio stuff on there because I have unlimited. Whereas on the podcast side, when I was using before, so expensive to keep all this stuff going, and we can actually have more audio stuff on SoundCloud. So, all right. Other than that,
I got one more thing I want to bring up.
Okay.
One more thing. It's the movie fantasy that we do. Just want to get it out there.
Yeah.
Talk about it for a minute.
Okay.
We do a movie fantasy league.
Yep.
It's already started for this season. We have, I think, 8 people in it. And I said whoever wins, I'm going to make a little movie package for them. And they'll just have to trust me by giving them their address. And I don't.
You're going to get a dozen chocolates and some flowers, some romantic
if you're a
candles.
lady, yes. There's 8 of us. 2 of us don't count because me and you don't count.
Well, we count, but we're just not eligible.
Yeah, we're not eligible to win the prizes.
Right.
Exactly, yeah.
Which fucking sucks.
Yeah, because you're in first place.
Yeah!
And one of my friends, No, you're not in first place anymore, by the way. You're in second place.
Damn, I got taken over this past weekend.
Penitron's Fantasy Playground is now in first place.
Oh, man.
He won again last week.
If there's anybody that should win it, it's somebody with the title Penitron's Fantasy Playground.
Yeah. I'm in third. And then Nikki is in fourth. I don't know who some of these other people are.
When you get ready to send it out, you should take a picture of it and post it on Instagram. Before you send out your Chad crate.
Oh no, yeah, I want them to take a picture with it too and send it in to us. And,
cool.
But I don't know some of these people. Do you know Aaron
Tiesi? Yeah.
Tiesi. Okay. Uh-huh. And then Craig's not doing anything, so we won't mention him. Then we got our favorite troll, Dan Blue Eyes.
Danny Blue Eyes.
Danny Blue Eyes. So dreamy. And then $1 Million Crazy. I don't know who that is. I have no clue who that is at all.
Clue. Well, if you listen to this podcast or watch it on YouTube, let us know who you are.
Yeah, so just in case you do win. I mean, you're pretty far behind right now, but it is a possibility that you could win. So we'll send you out something if you do win.
I got to find out why I lost last week. I thought I thought I picked a good one, but Sicario didn't do as well as I was hoping. So, and I know that's when I used a lot.
Yeah.
Probably he must have picked the intern a bunch.
It was a 6-week. Yeah, he won. Then you came in second. I came in 5th that week. Not a good week for me. I've had a couple bad weeks in a row. Not good. But I just wanted to get it out there that once this season's done, I'm gonna do it again. Mm-hmm. I want to get more people in it. So the more people we get, the bigger the prize. So it's gonna be a small prize right now. It's gonna be a good prize. It will be smaller. But if I can get like 20, 25, 30 people, I will put some money into this.
That's exciting.
And get this thing out there and do a little competition.
I want to win so bad, even though I don't get any prizes.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll give you a handshake if you win.
Oh, I thought you were going to go somewhere else. I thought you were going Handjob Cabin.
No hand jobs. No.
I'll give you a handshake.
So, yeah, just check that out just to get ready for the next season. I know the seasons are long. I think they go like 20 weeks or whatever.
Do
like
they
that.
really?
Yeah. But the next season will be kicking off, and I'll post it on our page. And anybody can join. It's free. You pretty much just take your theater and you fill your theater up with movies. It could be repeats. Mm-hmm. And you just try to budget your money in whatever movie. I don't know their mathematics behind it. I don't know like exactly how they figure out which one gets the bonuses and stuff like that.
I think if it does better than it's projected to do.
It has something to do with that. Yeah,
but the one that does the best.
Just pick the best movies, and it's kind of like fantasy football. I mean, except it's like FanDuel.
Yeah, it's more like
DraftKings.
Yeah,
it's an every week thing.
All right, so where can people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram. It's all at I keep on forgetting. I don't even care. Whatever. just look for me on the CineBros page. I mean, I'll be posting my reviews probably starting next week. My Facebook page is just my personal page anyway, so it's not really that special. Unless you want to hear about my random rants about the Lions sucking and
I think you're special.
How bad movies are and
how bad they are.
Yeah, just random like shit that nobody wants to watch.
Well, you can find me and everybody else over at facebook.com/thecineBros. Mm-hmm. You can also find us on YouTube at youtube.com/themoviehousemaniacs. You can find me pretty much everywhere. Twitter, and Instagram at the CineBros.
Snapchat.
I don't really Snapchat. I don't
Sir
really do it.
Chadwick, 82.
There you go.
That's a good one right
he's
there.
coming out,
Because I
yeah.
do Snapchat. So
Snappy chat.
Snappy chats.
We call it Snapchat.
No dick pics, please. That's all I'm
Snapchatting.
asking. Just no dick pics. That's all I know.
No more.
No, or less. I like the amount of dick pics I get right now. Like it's a good amount. I don't need any more. I don't need any less. I just need it like right where it's at right now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, so we'll see you guys again soon. Episode 21, where I'm allowed to say something funny again.
Halloween special, I think.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yeah, it is. Huh? We got to dress up.
Yeah.
Brian wants to dress up, and it's getting nice and it's getting cooler. It's like now it's starting to get a little hot down here.
There's a possibility we might have 4 guests though.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I think Brian wanted to be on it, and I
think we're doing it on a Sunday, right?
And I got my guest that wants to be on it too. So.
Who's the guest?
My buddy Greg. He's like a big time horror movie, like huge in the horror movies and stuff. So.
No, really.
He actually confronted me about it and asked me if I were to be on the podcast, I want to be on a Halloween special one. So.
Okay. Sweet.
Getting him to dress up might be something else. He actually has that Bryan Cranston Breaking Bad kind of look. So if he could dress up like Breaking Bad Bryan Cranston, that would be
horrifying.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you guys soon on the next episode of CineTalk, and who knows, we may pop up and do another review, maybe together. I don't know. We'll
see how that works out.
All right, we'll see you guys.
See you guys later.
Peace.
If you watch the show on YouTube, please click that thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.